I'm Chelsea and this is Marty. He is 16 years old and he's a warm blood thoroughbred. He is just coming back into eventing. He was doing dressage for a couple of years as he had a tendon injury, but he's coming back. In the dressage is probably his hardest phase, especially in the trot. He just sucks back, doesn't want to go forward. As in cross country, he's willing to go forward. He gets quite strong. Show jumping is probably his strongest phase. He just likes to get a bit carried away. But, yeah.
Okay. So what I always look at is the lower jaw bones, the distance between upper and lower jaw, and the thickness of the tongue, because these are the surroundings that limit the space for the bit and that give us an idea what kind of shape and style we should use. As I said, has quite rounded lower jaw bones, which is always nice. They are quite, like the distance between the lower jaw bones is very small compared to others, and the tongue is quite normal to maybe a little bit thicker, but we don't have any space issues because you can measure the distance between upper and lower jaw by putting your fingers together and insert in them where the bit lies. And he's nicely chewing, and you can even hear when the incisors are closed, and if you don't feel any pressure on your fingers, it indicates that he's got a lot of space, which is good for choosing a bit for him. So if I just look at the anatomy, it is a horse that would be easy to fit a bit in, but as we can see, the character always plays a role in fitting a bit and in riding a horse, and that shows us that he's quite sensitive. So, okay, so you can see it is connected in the middle, which is why every single jointed bit will have one larger side and one smaller side. And on this bit, to prevent an uneven pressure distribution, we have put the joint like in a flat position. We have turned it forwards, and this way we have the same contact surface on both sides of the tongue. So we have even pressure distribution, and you are not stronger one-sided. We also have kind of a curvy shape, which is nice because it gives a little bit more space for the tongue, and you have like a really nice and even like connection. It really fits perfectly between tongue and palate. So it's a quite soft bit, but due to the slight curve, it's a bit more direct than a straight one. So if he gets strong, he might be a little bit more effective without having to use a stronger bit. So we always want to have it the same height. Sometimes you have a bit that is too large, and you will find that one side is higher than the other. This is pretty good here. The size is also perfect because we have a small distance between the corner of the mouth and the ring. No pinching in the ring hole. And it's not too large as well, which is always important, because if you have a bit that is too large, what you will do when pulling the rein is you will put the inner flesh that might come between the bit and the teeth, and then it breaks. So it's always important not to use a bit that is too large, because the larger the bit is, the more likely you have pinching of the inner flesh between the bit and the teeth. And this is not what we want, but this looks perfect, and you're ready to give it a go.
today, and like what are some of the things that you've noticed in riding in terms of with the bitting and the contact and that?
So I came with Marty as I have trouble with him with his contact, especially in the trot. He likes to duck back and doesn't like to go forward. So I came for that, and we tried a different bit, and he was a bit nervous at the start. He wasn't quite sure, a different bit, went from plastic to metal. But after a few minutes of trotting and cantering, he really started to come forward and into the bit, which was really amazing.